going on, wrestling fans? It is I, Steve Fall, and welcome to 10 Count right here on Wrestling News Co. On today's edition, I'm talking to the future. Well, technically, it is the future now. So it's the present, Frankie Kazarian. How are you doing today?
I'm well. I'm the present, Frankie Kazarian. I'm the gift, Frankie Kazarian, the present. Yeah,
Is that
doing good, man.
is that interesting that in the beginning you were called the future, but obviously, every day is going to be the future. But now here we are, the present, the gift, Frankie Kazarian. That nickname, how do you feel about it now?
Yeah, it's looking back, real ballsy of me to call myself that. At a very very early age. Yeah, who knows if I was going to last 2 years, 5 years? I didn't. It's pretty brazen of me to say that, but it's 25 years later, looking back, it's like, okay, man, I wasn't wrong. But I just thought it was a cool nickname at the time. But here we are.
Here we are celebrating Impact 1000. And of course, Victory Road coming up September 8th and September 9th, White Plains, New York. This is huge for Impact. 1,000 episodes? Like, this is some organizations that exist today or don't exist anymore never reached 1,000 episodes. And here we are talking about it. This is huge for Impact. But do you have a favorite Impact moment from the thousands of episodes?
I couldn't narrow it down to just one moment. Yeah, I mean, like you said, most episodic television shows don't reach this milestone. So this is a huge win for the company, huge win for the industry. I have so many favorite moments. Like winning my first X Division title, winning my first tag team title with Christopher Daniels, winning, competing in the first Ultimate X match. It's just it'd be impossible to narrow down to one, but there's so many, and I'm sure we're going to see a lot of those in the next upcoming weeks as we gear up for number 1,000.
I know. This is so great. September 8th, again, Victory Road, but then the 9th in White Plains, New York. Tickets still available if you're interested in going to this. Huge names coming back. The Beautiful People, Awesome Kong, Gail Kim staying back in the ring, your wife coming back in the ring, Team 3D. Like,
Yeah.
hello. This is the who's who of professional wrestling. And now they're all coming back home for this huge episode. Now, maybe you can tell me, but I highly doubt you can. Surprises. I should expect more, I'm guessing, right?
Uh, I mean, I would say expect the unexpected. I mean, I'm quite certain that Impact is pulling off all the stops to make this show even more special than it already is. As far as the surprises, I don't know. They don't tell me that. I'm just the wrestler. That's above my pay grade. They don't tell me that. But yeah, I mean, this show. Look at the names you mentioned already. A who's who. Uh, Fans are literally going to see some of these people for the last time ever, and so it's going to be an incredible night. And I would, if I was a betting man, I would bet on a few more surprises.
Oh man, because you think of 1,000 episodes, all the moments, the matches, the surprises, the returns, the debuts, so amazing. Like I remember watching NWA TNA when it started of weekly pay-per-views for $10 a pop on Wednesdays. I was there. I was there from Fox Sports Net to Spike TV to Destination America to Anthem. I've been there from the beginning, and I'm so happy that you are here as well because you came back in January of this year. And how are you feeling about this? Because so far, so good, but yet everything is going in the pathway, I think, for you, the right way.
Yeah, again, I left where I was and I chose to come here. This was where I wanted to be, and it's been wonderful. This company is on a roll. This locker room is the best I've been in ever in terms of not only talent, all the talented young men and women in there, but just good people, good hardworking people, good people behind the scenes. It's been hands down the best decision I could have made. I've been saying a lot this year. My motto is bet on yourself. You bet on yourself, you'll never lose, and that's what I decided to do. And so far, it's been a win for me.
Well, everything's going right for you because even on ImpactWrestling.com, they have a playlist of Frank Kazarian's greatest moments. And on that list, let me find. Oh, so you are teaming with CM Punk. You're wrestling Chris Sabin, winning your first X Division championship. AJ Styles, Christian. But what do you think belongs on the best of Frank Kazarian list in Impact Wrestling?
Oh man, I mean, there's so many matches. Anytime I was in there with AJ, all my matches with Kurt Angle, I put those up against anything. Obviously, the stuff with Christian Cage and um, anything from my entire run with Bad Influence with Christopher Daniels by my side. All great matches. And anytime I'm in there with Chris Sabin, Chris Sabin's one of the most underrated wrestlers of all time. He's, maybe, I liken him to one of my favorites, like a Bobby Eaton, a guy that's just, quietly for a long time been very, very good. One of the best at this that I don't think gets the recognition he deserves. But there's so many moments, man. I'm selfish. I couldn't limit myself to just one.
Hey man, it's like an appetizer, a little platter
Oh
of
yeah,
everything on there. Pick and choose. And all
right.
those moments you can watch on Impact Wrestling's YouTube channel, which I'm so happy because they've been uploading all the Impact episodes, the pay-per-views. You can go on there in Impact Plus. You can purchase these events as well. So if you ever missed an episode out of 1,000, you can go back and pretty much watch them all right now. Again, the beginning of you and now. But at Impact 1000, you are teaming up with your wife. Now, this has got to be interesting because as a tag team, you got to be on the same page. As a husband and wife, are you heading to this on the same page? Are you doing everything your wife is telling you to do, Frankie?
Well, here's the thing. My wife, while she's not a wrestler anymore, and she hasn't been for over a decade, she's always been a fighter, as long as I've known her. And she's coming to fight. If people are expecting, a technical masterpiece, it's probably no. She's coming to fight. She's coming in as a pissed off wife, and she's coming to beat the hell out of Lish. We're definitely on the same page. This isn't what I would have wanted from the beginning. Any of this. I didn't mean for any of the wives to get involved, but here we are, and it's like sometimes you got to play the cards you're dealt, and we're going to play them, and we're going to beat the hell out of Eddie and Lish, and we're definitely on the same page. Not both as tag team partners and as husband and wife.
Oh man, good because when my wife tells me to do something, I don't do it. Whew,
Oh yeah,
sometimes.
exactly. Yeah, yeah. See, finally, the world's going to get to see a really pissed off Tracy Brooks and see what sometimes I have to deal with. So they're gonna do that.
Oh no, you just got yourself in trouble.
It's I kind of stay in that lane, the trouble lane. I kind of stay in there. So
I wouldn't take advice, I guess, for you
yeah,
on that end of it. I will keep track on yes, wife, whatever you need, wife.
happy wife, happy life. But still, I sometimes veer off path.
Of course, yeah. Sometimes we fall
Yep.
off and we get back
Yeah.
on that horse.
Yeah.
But it's amazing though to think that 1,000 episodes plus the night before September 8th, you have Victory Road, which is a staple in Impact Wrestling. It's been 17 Victory Roads. There's been 17 of them. And to me, these numbers are astronomical because, like I said before off the top, some organizations that don't exist anymore didn't make it 17 Starcades or things like that.
Right.
And here we are, Impact Wrestling, doing this. Now, you're part of the roster a long time ago, and even in current today's world. What do you think attributes to all these successes that Impact's been having over the years?
It's longevity. Well, what I can speak to currently right now is the management that's in place that has really kind of turned the ship around and has really made Impact thrive the way it has. Scott Demore and his team and the roster. This whole year we've put on pay-per-views, live events, and television shows that are almost can't miss in terms of in-ring product. I don't think anybody can touch us right now. And again, like you said, 17 victory roads. That's special. Uh, our first ever 3 hour pay per view was a victory road in 2004. And I was in the very first match on that, which was a 20-man gauntlet. I entered number one and I was in there till the very end. So this pay per view has a lot of special meaning to me personally. And, coming up this, next weekend, and it's right before episode 1000. What a 1-2 punch. The people in attendance, everyone watching at home is going to love it, but the people in attendance, they're in for a rare treat those 2 nights.
Oh man. And then of course, if rumors are true, it seems that Impact Wrestling is investing in themselves, more production, more pyrotechnics, cameras, technology is taking over the wrestling world and allowing Impact to level up in life. Now, this is going to, I think, make Impact stick out even more than it already is. Have you spoken to anyone, at least in production, about this? Because this seems like a huge step forward in allowing Impact to be presented in an even better light than it already is.
We were told about Impact overhauling the production facilities and investing a lot of time and money into it. And I personally think that's a great idea because Impact's production team, I'm going to single out two guys in particular, David Sahadi and Eric Tompkins. David's been around for years, was in WWE and produced some amazing video package there, and has done just, he's kind of been the quiet voice of the company of Impact for a long time. He came in very early on in 2004, I think, when I was there. And Eric Tompkins, looking at Impact's video packages and the packages they present before matches and everything, they are top notch. And Eric Tompkins is an incredibly talented guy. His mind, his passion, his knowledge for our product, his knowledge for the history of our product. He cares. It's those two guys at the helm. I have nothing but faith in our production team, and with them now having adequate facilities and technology and availability, it's just gonna put us on a whole nother level.
Oh man, and you're shouting out the production team. I want to shout out whoever runs the Impact Wrestling Twitter account. Their timely tweets on certain topics that are happening currently in the wrestling world are outstanding. I don't know who it is, but I want to say you deserve a raise, whoever it is, sir or miss, because sometimes something will be happening on TV somewhere else, and Impact posts a tweet pretty much connecting the two pieces, allowing you to go to impactwrestling.com or their YouTube channel to watch whatever is happening currently in the world. Outstanding. So I don't know who it is. Maybe you do. Maybe it's suicide. Maybe you know.
Oh, God. It's not suicide. That guy wasn't capable of doing that. Trust me.
Was it the gloves?
No, it wasn't the gloves. It was the mindset, I think. Yeah. It's one of those things, having your finger on the cusp of everything that's going on, not just in professional wrestling, but just entertainment. That's what makes people want to engage with you in terms of social media action.
Yeah. And one final question before I let you go. Is it true that you mistook a WrestleMania VHS tape for Rocky 3?
Yeah. So I don't know if mistook is the word, but I'm a huge fan of Rocky 3 when I was 7 years old. Huge fan of it. And going to the video store with my mom, me and my cousin went to the video store. Video stores were places you went and rented
Oh
videotapes,
yeah,
kids.
I remember.
For the younger
Yeah.
kids, yeah. And saw what I thought was Clubber Lang and Thunder Lips, and I recognized them from Rocky. I was like, "What is this?" I thought it was like an origin story about Thunder Lips and Clubber Lang. So thought it would be interesting. So we rented it. We got home and put it in. And first match is Tito Santana versus the Executioner. I was like, "What is this?" And my dad's like, "Oh, it's wrestling." So my dad watched wrestling as a kid. And I was hooked. And I was like, wow, I love professional wrestling. That's all it took. So Rocky 3, Sylvester Stallone in particular, is responsible for my finding wrestling at that young age.
Oh man, the present, the gift, the future of the future. Frankie Kazarian, thank you so much for sharing that story about Rocky 3 and Clubber Lane. We wouldn't see VHS stores, blockbusters, and the West Coast videos and all that stuff. If we didn't have that, we wouldn't have Frankie Kazarian.
Probably not. I mean, wrestling got pretty hot. I might have found it, but that's what hooked me immediately.
Oh man, well, I am hooked for Victory Road on September 8th, and of course, Impact 1000 September 9th, White Plains, New York. I'm pumped. You're pumped. We're all pumped this event. Surprises up the wazoo. I cannot wait to watch. But Frankie Kazarian, it's been a pleasure and an honor talking to you today about your career and everything that's happening in the world of professional wrestling. But I've been Steve Fall. He is Frankie Kazarian. Have a wonderful day, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.